Hi everyone, it's me. I'm back again. I just want to let you guys know that I was on a flight and I watched this movie called Ben is Back. And Ben is basically, if you haven't seen this movie, he's a drug addict and he's addicted to these drugs and all the feelings and emotions and things he was going through, like he was just craving the drugs and taking it and stuff like that. And it just made me think about my life and made me think about how I am addicted to food, because all the emotions and feelings he was going through, I'm like, you know what? I go through that sometimes, and it just made me think how addicted I am to food and how we're all addicted to food in a way, right? And it was just kind of a profound, like Ben would like be craving when he can take his next shot and when he can take his next hit or whatever. And I was like, that's just kind of similar to me, right? Like, when can I have my next like liquid or something, right? I mean, because it's an addiction, right? I mean, it may not be like solid food, but it is some form of consumption, right? And so I'm like, when can I have my next smoothie, or when can I have my next juice, or when can I have my next soup, or it's like it's just this and so remind me of that. I reminded myself of an addict, and I feel like, and in a way, we're all addicted to food, and so that was kind of an interesting thing to see. To relate to it, because I don't think I ever related to like a drug addicts and stuff like that, because I never had an addiction, I thought, but now I have an addiction. I realize I have addiction to food, and so it was easy for me to understand and relate to Ben. So, for example, I just made a few notes, like I'm addicted to food. Like, food gives me pleasure, like drug gives him pleasure, right? I mean, he was like craving and having all this pleasure by taking the drug, and food gives me the same kind of pleasure, right? So it's this addiction that we have to food, and I find comfort in food, right? Like we all do. In Ecuador, when I was traveling, I was like, buy a bag of chips, and I wanted some flavor in my mouth, so I take the chips and I lick it and I suck on it, and then I'll spit it out, and then I'll do that again. So what I would do is I have a bag of chips and I have a bag of like an empty bag, right? And I'll be walking and then spitting it out. Now that is really strange behavior for a normal person to think, like an eating person to think, what the hell is she doing? Why is she putting it in her mouth and spitting it out? Why is she not, like, I really look like I have a problem, right? So I don't want others to know about it, so I'm like hiding it, right? And so that's like a drug addict. Like Ben, Ben in the movie, he's hiding his addiction. I was in Ecuador, and I was walking around, and I saw like all the restaurants and all the smells and everything around me, and I was like, yeah, everything was smelling really good. But I think I have a particular obsession with pizza. Yes, pizza. And so then I was walking by and I saw this pizza restaurant and pizza parlor or whatever, and there was it was crowded. There were so many people there, and I was like, pizza. So I didn't get anything, but I just kept walking. And then the next day, you wouldn't believe what I did, and I videotaped myself. So here I am. Basically what I did was I went to the pizza parlor like as soon as they opened, and there was like 2 floors, downstairs and upstairs. So as soon as they opened, I went there and I ordered a small pizza, like a personal size pizza, and I just ordered a cheese pizza, okay? And I was like, I just really want to taste pizza. And so that's what I did. And I made sure that the restaurant is empty. See, again, like a drug addict, right? I don't want anyone to know. It's so weird. So this is what I did. I hope you enjoy.